Hey now.
Bueller.
Bruh.
All week long.
All rise, order in the court. It's it may be a holiday, but
maybe a holiday, and it's the blessings, Creed. I know a lot of you may be watching over on Judge Manning right now. An incredible case that's been going on for quite a few hours now. We're recording it to view later with you guys.
You said it's a long one, huh?
Oh, it's a doozy. No need to worry. No need to go over there and watch just the ass end of it or whatever. Kick back, relax, because we'll be bringing you the entire case very, very soon. So no worries there.
Fun. Today, just a normal day. Going to bounce around a little bit. We've got dependency hearings, whatever that is. First, and then you've got something we'll jump to in just a second. Good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's so hard. This is such a weird time. It's like I feel as if we're off or should be off, but yet
we're here. Yesterday was a lot of closed courtrooms. I was very surprised how many courtrooms were still not up and running. Maybe some of the smaller ones closed right on through the holiday.
Lisa Snoopy to get it started with 2 bones. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You got to think it takes a rather large amount of people to get things done. I'd say it's pretty. You remember around the radio station around this time? It's very weird. It was
there was nobody.
Just you don't see anybody.
Like a ghost town in there. Like a ghost town, but it should be an exciting case when we finally get to that, Creed, and look forward to it. But yeah, we understand that it's going on. So if anybody's like, "Hey, you guys are missing this," no, we're not.
No,
we're not missing that.
Yeah, Mr. Mistaken or Miss McChicken.
Ready to ask.
I do. I'm sorry, I misunderstood your message. I can certainly do that.
Are these sisters?
Are you comfortable proceeding with the testimony, given that your attorney and legal representative is not present in court today?
Yes.
All right, then, Ms. Riley, I'll go ahead and allow you to inquire. Let me swear you in, Ms. Betcher.
Joe, hang in
right hand. Again, can you turn your video on? Is that possible?
Yes.
Only because I'm unfamiliar with you. I don't think
maybe we're not sure how that's going to play out. We got to see how long
you appear in court
girth.
Yes. So
before we take it all in.
Sorry.
Yeah. If you know what I mean.
Right here.
Oh my God, it's one hottie after another here today.
All right, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth?
I'm not sure what's going on here, just so you know.
All right, Ms. Riley, go ahead.
We're all learning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Mariah Butchert, MARRIAH. Last name is B as in boy, ETSCHART.
Bet's chart.
And where are you employed and what is your job title?
I am employed at the Puyallup Tribe of Indians, and I am the Indian Child Welfare Tribal State Court Liaison.
And how long have you held that position?
I've held this position for 3.5 years.
I've held this one for 2
What are your primary duties and responsibilities in your current position?
We are actively involved in cases involving Puyallup tribal members or eligible Puyallup tribal member children under the age of 18, and we ensure that active efforts are maintained. We provide a wealth of services, connection to the wealth of services through our
whenever you're ready
tribal social services here at the tribe. We provide
give it a second.
One more minute.
We are there to support parents and families placements every step of the way throughout the dependency process in state courts and other
that's Liz. All right, they're talking like my wife now. Why does this happen so often? It's crazy how much of this in court has to do with a lot of. Anyways, let's jump over to what you got. We'll find something else. We don't like to do just so you guys
questions
know,
about any of that.
We don't like to
All right, you do need to have to be
Little bit of
booked on
locker
this,
room
and I'm
talk,
gonna keep you,
Creed.
but I'm gonna set your bond at $1,000.
Anytime there's a man standing
You don't
behind
have
you
to
like
put
that
any
in the
money
locker
up, and
room,
the
be
deputies
afraid.
there will tell you what
Especially
you
when
need
his
to do
name
to
is
take care of
Sally.
that.
Your Honor, I've already spoke with him and we got
More.
him already set up for a date to go out there.
Look at that beautiful
Perfect.
woodwork.
Okay, you got a bond for him? Okay, excellent. And you may go see Miss Cool.
See an iPhone in a barn?
Don't go anywhere until you see Miss Kim Cool. All
Kim
right, you may go
Cool.
at this time.
The coolest cat around.
Mr.
Pike.
Devaney, anything else on this one?
There are.
Okay.
Mr. Devaney.
Deputies, anyone else there at the Sallyport?
Go around the front.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's get James Aaron Watts up here.
We're like Knox at
Oh
like
my God,
every
man.
buddy, you know?
We're bringing you
Mr. McCullough, you
all.
might want to mute unless you did that purposefully for my benefit.
No, it wasn't on purpose, man.
All right. Yeah. All right. We're on the
Show
record
us-
in 2022 TR 2235 State of Kansas versus James Aaron Watts. The state appears by and through County Attorney Darren Devaney. Mr. Watts appears in person and pro se. Mr. Watts, you
it's like
failed to
people that
appear
are
September
pro se.
21st, 2022, and therefore you were picked up and told to be
Thank you
here
for the
today.
announcement.
Your charge is one count of operating with improper registration or some kind of bad tag, an unclassified misdemeanor.
Bad tag.
If
Thanks, girl.
convicted, there is a fine potential up to $2,500 and a jail sentence possible of 30 days up to 6 months. That's the worst possible scenario. You do have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify. Mr. Devaney's been offering to look at these cases one
Sweat
by
lodge.
one and either divert them or some other fashion to dismiss. Do you want to look into that?
Honestly, I have my father if I need a lawyer for him.
Oh,
Okay.
Dad's getting a lawyer,
All
Creed.
right.
It's all good.
Nice.
Well, but the question, do you want me to give you some time to talk to Mr. Watts then
No, let me talk to my dad
about
first.
what you should do? Because I'll certainly give that to you.
Chris.
It's just a giant misunderstanding from the state
What's
all the
up?
way down. So I'm trying to figure out
Okay.
what to make things happen to make it.
Okay, all right.
Misunderstandings
Well,
happen.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea and set this over to March 22nd, 2023. And you
think
can
that's
either
like-
go down right now and talk to Kim Cool and see what the county attorney
Kim
will do to
Cool.
get this dismissed.
8 days
or
after
you
Creed's
can go talk
birthday.
To Mr. Watts Senior, whichever you prefer to do,
I
sir.
think.
All right, and but this being a C misdemeanor, and unfortunately, you're already on bond.
Do you think that
I didn't even.
iPhone, that building
I'm
is
sorry, sir.
not finished
I didn't
yet?
even know about the original date of September 21st until they came and picked me up. So
Yeah, but they're accepting
All right, well, I'm
they're still
sorry
accepting
it's
weddings.
Turned into all
getting
of
pretty
this,
full through
but
the
you are
spring
free to
right
go
now.
at this point, sir. Thank you.
thank you.
Take care. All right, we are. But do see if he wants to go see Kim Cool or not.
Douche,
I
douche.
don't
Go
want
see
you
if you want
to
to see Kim
overlook this
Cool.
again if you can help it. All right, we are now on the record in who?
Who?
This is it.
That is
That's
it.
gonna be a good one, Amber.
All right, Galaxy A03S. My
Got to
eyes
be
just
proud
fell on
of
you. Who are
South
you?
Carolina.
Wood paneled ceiling or wood ceiling, red
That's
plaid shirt. Unmute and tell me who you are. You do it quickly, I'll take you up next.
oh, he
You
can't
need to
do it.
push an icon that says
Oh,
unmute.
Chris.
Got a red microphone with a line through it.
Oh, his wife's there to help. That's okay. We're getting it done.
Can you hear me now?
I can. What's your name, sir?
Okay, Cody Whitney.
We are on the record in 2022 TR 2974 State of Kansas versus Cody Jacob
Logan, good
Whitney.
to see you, bud.
County Attorney Darren Devaney for the state, defendant in person and pro se.
What the hell's going on with
Mr.
Logan?
Whitney, you're charged in count 1 with operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. A
Where'd he
Class
go?
B
What the hell was
non-person
that?
misdemeanor.
know.
Possible sentence
Logan
up
was
to
like
6 months and
breaking the
$1,000 in
matrix.
fine. On count 2, you're charged with speeding 75 and a 65, which I believe is a $45 fine. Yes.
That's 10 miles an hour.
No jail time. You do have the right to an attorney. Did you hear me talk about all of that with everyone?
Yes, I did.
And you might want to, do you have a CDL?
No, I do not.
Do you want to look into the diversion that we've been talking about to try to keep that off your license?
No.
There's almost
No?
20 of them,
Okay.
member. Thank you.
You understand you have the right to plead not guilty and set it for trial.
you,
You have
Amber.
the right to plead
Hey,
guilty,
Dylan.
no contest, and be convicted and proceed with sentencing today.
Yes, I plead no contest.
All right, first order of business, you know you have the right to an attorney, but you do not wish to have one.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think
Okay.
Dylan knows
You know that you
Logan?
can't
Logan
afford
was
one,
just
I
here
can
a minute
appoint one.
ago.
Oh, you think they've
Okay.
died before is what you're
If you
saying?
wanna
Because
waive
No,
it,
they
you
just
say
look like
you wish to
homies.
No contest.
I love that Creed goes straight to
Yes.
something homosexual.
All right, is anyone making you?
I don't
waive
know
your
how to-
attorney
I don't know
or
how to
under these
figure
no
that one.
contest pleas
I
today?
mean,
No.
No one's
played the
threatening
sound
you or
effect a few
promising
seconds
you to
ago.
cause you to do
That was
this?
you.
Nope.
yeah, that one.
You
I,
understand you're
hands
waiving your
free.
right to
Get
trial
out of
if there's
here.
No contest.
Well,
please.
Mine are-
Yes, ma'am.
Mine
You're
are
the one
far
that's
louder.
insinuating that. Huh?
Factual basis to support a no contest.
See,
Right? Or he just got done with Logan. Either way.
Yeah, it looks like the defendant was driving on westbound US 254, mile marker
speeding with
237,
the family.
which is just
Was he really speeding?
east of Augusta. on
75 and a
54.
65.
He's pulled over driving 75 and a 65,
Oh,
and at the time, the
death wish, Creed.
sheriff's deputy,
I'd say 20 years.
I'm sorry, it's Highway Patrol Trooper Setzkorn determined that he'd been operating a motor vehicle, had lived in the
Yes,
area
and
for-
a quick thing. We got it.
been living in
Recording
Kansas
it,
for over a year,
do
but
the
presented
whole
a
thing.
Missouri driver's
We
license.
have it
at the
recorded
time,
and recording now.
without a Kansas driver's license.
So for everybody that wasn't up, when did that
Or
start? Like
any
9 a.m.
valid
or something
license,
pretty early?
business
Oh yeah, it started really early on. It's gonna be like a 3-hour banger.
Okay, I think you inadvertently said 254, which is up by El Dorado.
I'm sorry,
54?
it's US 54, Your Honor.
Okay, 54 also merges into 400 and so forth. All right, and the speed limit in that area was 65,
I have guessed it.
Yes, Your Honor.
and he was going 75.
Yes, Your Honor.
All
Delicious.
right, I will find you guilty based on your no contest plea and the factual basis.
This is what we call the crime of the year.
Recommendations, Mr. Devaney?
With regard to count one, asked for a $100 fine.
He
matter of $108
just did
for
clear
court
the
costs.
chair, Creed.
Underlying sentence on that is recommend 30 days. But
Does it mean that
there'd be 6 months of
some
non-reporting
courtrooms take
probation.
certain things far more seriously than
With regard to count
any
two,
other
Oh my God.
state?
$46 statutory fine.
Gary, you
Around
gotta slow
here-
down.
That looks like
Around here, you wouldn't even
208,
show up for
248,
court for that.
$253 to be totally owed.
No, you're
by the
absolutely right.
defendant upon
No
the
doubt.
court adopting. those
Large
recommendations.
Marge.
Okay. Mr. Whitney, your fine on count one is $100. Your sentence is 30 days suspended jail. Count two, $45 fine,
But don't speed in
108
her neck of the
court
woods.
costs for a total due of $253.
Is there any way his wife isn't
You do
standing
not
off
have to
camera
serve the
saying,
30
"I told
days,
you to slow
provided you
down"?
successfully complete a 6-month non-reporting probation. That means that for
And
6 months, you're required to violate. no
Non-reporting, though.
laws,
Non-reporting.
federal,
Still.
state, County, city.
Well,
no
he
laws
gets in
of any
trouble again.
kind,
He's going to pull some time,
and you're
bro.
to get this 253 paid.
He was speeding 10 miles an hour over the speed limit.
And you have to be booked if you haven't already done that.
I think he's got the money.
Looks like you're here on summons, so
My
you'll need to go to
God.
Sallyport 2 and set up a time to do that.
Right?
When can you pay the 253?
Anytime.
I mean,
All right.
it's 30 days. You don't have to go,
How about
obviously,
if
but
Anytime I can pay that.
When do you
Creed.
think you'll want him to come in for the booking approximately?
He's
Give me-
gotta get
give me a rough
booked.
Date, 2 weeks, a week?
This guy's got money, Creed.
Okay.
He's got it. He's not worried about it. He'll be back
Okay,
speeding before you know it.
I'm gonna order that you have this
insanity.
paid in full within 2 weeks, and you can just pay it at the clerk of the district court when you go into El Dorado. What do
El
we have? What's 2
Dorado.
weeks from today, Tila?
Would be January
Bring him in for
11th.
booking.
Do we have? court
Need to
that day, I
fingerprint this
presume?
a-hole.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, put him on there January 11th at 9, but I don't expect to see you, sir, because that's called a pay or appear, and if you haven't paid, you don't have to appear. If for some reason you don't have it paid, you do have to appear.
You
If you have
scumbag.
problems getting it paid, contact the clerk and they'll help you work it out. But if you pay it in
Okay.
person when you're an elder
It's
rate,
wild,
you don't have to
man.
worry about
Crazy.
He's
So as long as I get paid, I don't have to show up there.
Pamela.
correct?
That's exactly right. And I'm going to let you
Oh,
go
Pamela
now,
missed
but
something.
you need to accept you need to click on the invitation to Sallyport 2 or to a breakout room
Okay.
I get that.
and talk to the
It's
officer and then you'll
fine.
be free to go unless
Get a
Mr.
ticket
Devaney,
for-
there's anything else.
Speeding,
all I have
yes,
to
I
do.
understand.
All right.
But to that extent,
Okay. And my frustrated trucker, was that you, Donald McCullough?
frustrated trucker.
don't be
It's
peeing
not
on
a
our
secret
dime,
anyway.
Donald.
We're all frustrated at this point, I'm sure. All right, man, we'll be on the record in 2020 TR
Damn. Boy, don't be
2085.
speeding there. That's
Before I go any further, Tila and Missy.
there's not. She read it. She said
We
it.
keep making you miss your lunch hours. Is Dawn or Kim available to take over for
Yeah, you would
you?
expect to be
I understood that was going to be a
some other
backup
charges
plan.
added
Are they
in there.
both
No.
gone this week?
I think Kim is taking care of Judge Sanders, who's covering for Judge Ricky.
And Dawn is not available?
I don't, it
covering
doesn't
for
appear that
Randy.
she's online.
Ricky.
Okay,
Can't
Well,
you
let me-
see?
let me see what we can do, folks. We may have to recess at noon because I keep
Donald.
working these
Donald,
ladies
come
over
on, one
lunch
time,
hour,
baby.
and, that's
Is
not
that
in-
DTF up in the
that's
corner?
not what they're required to do.
Oh my
So,
God.
I'm here for
McCullough,
court.
State of Kansas versus Donald
I
J.
have
McCullough
no
Jr. in
love.
2022 TR 2085 with Mr. Devaney for the state and Mr. McCullough in person and pro se. This, sir, is a pay or appear date. Actually,
Gotta
you
pay to
failed
play.
to appear, maybe?
There
Uh,
are- the
No,
defense-
ma'am, I was
Hold on.
misled by the
Hold
people in
on,
the
hold
office.
on.
Oh.
I
Stop,
had
sir.
called back.
Okay, sir.
Wilderness
stop.
man.
Mr. Devaney,
Pamela, we haven't
please.
seen iPhone yet.
I was just gonna say that the court appointed Darren Patterson as counsel.
I
Uh-huh.
like the way Donald was
and
talking.
it
Though.
was,
He's been misled.
This might be
I
good.
don't know
Yeah.
that we've ever actually resolved the charges in the case.
Okay, we have not.
How
All
many
right.
people
So
blew their
February
brains out in
14th
that
of
truck?
2022, the
Oof.
defendant had a
Spade.
misdemeanor control docket
Nasty.
present with Mr. Patterson,
Speaking of
court-appointed
jaywalkers,
attorney,
this
and
one
the
don't take
case
me to
was
Charlotte.
continued to March
It gets you
7th
there,
at
lost
9
my life. It was
a.m.
In
crazy.
big cities like that, there's a reason for
That's
no
what the
jaywalk.
notes say.
I
However,
get it,
March
but
14th
everywhere else is.
It was a blind
say he
corner.
failed to appear. So there's a question
Oh, it's death
of
penalty.
when
Got
he
two
was
names
actually
here.
supposed to appear. Mr.
He's
Devaney,
waiting.
what are you showing?
He's
My
got a
notes indicate
question.
on February 14th, the defendant appeared pro se. Mr. Patterson was employed or appointed at that point. The defendant was ordered to contact Mr. Patterson, set an appointment. But I have that the next date was March 14th at 9 a.m. that was set.
Oh,
So
Okay.
Creed's
so
birthday.
1 month later, on March
Yeah, one
14th,
day after.
he appeared.
Close enough.
Getting close.
Defendant
Right.
failed to appear, and so issued a bench warrant for $1,500.
Now, Darren Patterson was here for him at that time. Is that
Bill
what you're
Peters.
showing?
Actually, the notes do not indicate if anybody was here for him.
Isn't Dylan
Okay.
Peterson
Could be
a
an
friend of
oversight.
ours?
Looks like there was a motion for judgment on bond with regard to the failure to appear. That was granted back on July 11th.
Mhm.
But
And on March 14th, you show a new bond was set in the amount of 1,500 cash or surety.
Ooh.
let's see.
What did Donald do?
Looks like it was filed on the 16th. That was
And now he's got
ready to-
failure to appear added on top of it, Creed.
He's ready to talk.
And
Look
then
at it.
$1,500 cash or
Is he
professional
driving
surety
by
was
any
to be
chance?
filed.
Nah, he's on lunch break.
Then there's a new bond set for $1,500 after the prior one had been.
Look at Webster's
had already had
face.
the
She just
judgment
gave like
rendered.
this sly smile to the
So he
camera.
posted a new bond on October 22nd, 2022 with Eagle bail bonds for appearance here today. And obviously the defendant does appear here today on that bond. But I believe Mr. Patterson still represents him. And so I think what the court's going to be, what we have to do is
He wants to
reset
be
this for a
pro
date
se, I think.
when Mr. Patterson is available.
Come up
so we
pro
can
se.
resolve these charges.
Okay. Tina, why does it show a financial balance of 1,500?
By the way, this Manning case
I'm
is
looking,
just
Your
getting
Honor.
crazier by the
Mr.
second.
Devaney, did you have something?
They're
else you
now
wanted to say?
presenting video
Cut you off
evidence.
there?
They are the
I mean, this could be a
$1,500 might have been
4-hour
for the
case,
OR
maybe
bond,
5-hour
because
by
he
the time
failed
it's
to
done.
appear.
Get the popcorn ready.
That's what I see as
Right.
well.
They got all kinds of witnesses coming
I
in.
usually put that up there.
Hello, Dash.
You know, if you can check.
Yeah,
into
I
that.
don't recall seeing it there before, but
That's
that's
another
what
question,
it's
by the way.
looking like the OR bond.
Yeah, we might want to put that in a different location. All right, Mr. McCullough, I stopped you there. This is your time now to say what you'd like to say.
Here we go.
All right, ma'am. For one, I wasn't failure to appear. I had called the day of court, and the ladies in the office, I forget who I spoke with.
You might
but
want to know that.
We'll
they
say
were
your name was
looking,
Karen.
and they said that I wasn't on the docket for that day because I had misplaced my dates that I had written down, right?
Mhm.
So I was calling to make sure if I had court or not. They
Okay.
told me that I wasn't on the docket, but my lawyer was there,
Mhm.
but they didn't show nothing for me that day. So
What'd your
here
lawyer
I
say?
am out
So
this
you must have
long
called
run.
after the docket if they told you your
No, ma'am,
attorney
it
had
was
been there?
first thing in the morning.
First come,
thing
first
in the
serve,
morning I
Creed.
called. Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Now, was that on the 7th or the 14th?
That was on the 14th, the day I was due to be in court.
Okay.
Do you believe him?
Well, I am going to
I don't believe him.
direct you back to Mr. Patterson. Do you know how to get a hold of him?
I believe I still have his phone number. Yes.
All right, well, it's there on the chat screen. If you want to take a screenshot of it or write it down, make sure you get a hold of him soon, today if possible. And I'm going to order that you reappear by
I think
Zoom
Judge
March
Manning is
20th
eating
at 8
Chipotle
a.m.
during the hearing.
March 20th.
Ew.
She just
8
come
a.m.
back.
She's gonna have to take a
And I have
bathroom
Mr.
break
Patterson,
pretty
you're
soon.
looking
Angelina
at
Knox,
some
love the name,
significant
by the way.
charges there, that second DWS, no insurance.
Sliding
and
into first
reputation.
and
So
my pants start to burst.
contact him, be back and make sure he knows how to get a hold of
I mean, if you're a
you.
truck driver, no insurance,
And
no
your next court date
registration
is
is kind
March
of a big
20th at
That's a
deal.
8
big deal,
p.m.
yeah. Big deal.
I will
8 a.m.
Yes, sir.
That's
8
how you
a.m.
making your livings.
Okay.
And I will continue your bond. Anything else that we need to take up, Mr. McCullough, from your perspective?
Now that was pretty easy.
Well,
We're
does
that
the
tough on 10 mile an hour
dollars amount,
speeding. But
does that go towards my fine?
The money you paid your bondsman, talk to Mr.
Yeah,
Patterson.
because-
Talk to
How you
Mr.
do.
Patterson. We'll take that up next time.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. Devaney, anything further on this case?
There you are.
Look,
All right, then
Logan's
you may
back
go, Mr. McCullough, with the order that
in the
you-
corner.
it's her. Wait, what?
that you contact Mr. Patterson. Mr. Logan, what do you got going on there with the YouTube?
I don't really know what exactly is happening, but
Somebody
I
do a
think my
remix to
camera's
this
screwed
video,
up.
please.
Well, maybe you ought to turn off your YouTube if it's on. We'll
I
start
love
with
Logan
that.
already.
Mr. McCullough, you may go.
Yes, ma'am.
He's a hacker, Creed.
I'm not too sure how to.
Okay,
do
you
that.
figure that out. We may have to block you until you figure that out because it's kind of blinding. If you figure it out, I can
It's
take you
pretty
up and get
freaky.
you on your way.
It's like everybody's picture was up there. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Dylan, Kemether, will be on the record in
What's up with Julie, by the way?
2022
What's
TR
happening here?
2072. State of Kansas versus Dylan Martin,
Protection.
Go,
Kemether.
Dylan with the hair.
Dylan
How do you pronounce that, sir?
It's Kemether.
Kemether, okay.
Kemether.
All right, State of Kansas by Darren Patterson and Mr. Kemether in person and per se, not your first appearance. That was back October 19th.
Where is Judge
And you were
Marble?
going to apply for diversion or get documentation. Well, how's that going?
That's still in progress. I was trying to send like proof that I had gotten my registration, and that just took a long time.
Okay.
And
Well, Mr. Kemether, as you can tell, I'm short on time.
Maybe Logan's
so
trying
I'm
to
going give you until March
make a
22nd
viral moment so he can
to
put it on
figure
his
that all
channel.
out. If you get it all figured out, you won't have to be here at 9 a.m. So
Okay.
I'm continuing this to March 22nd at 9 a.m. And poor Kim Cool, I'm going to keep her busy. You're going to be ordered to call her at the county attorney's office and work that out. Kim Cool, and I trust you have her number.
yes, I do.
Okay.
1-800
Get
Kim
to you
Cool.
today. You check back with her in a few
I've
days.
seen those
and
billboards.
You keep checking back
Mhm.
until you get through to her. Because she doesn't have to do this. She's not on diversion. She's not wanting to be on diversion. She's wanting to help people get on diversion. But you're the one that has to deal with me and the county attorney. So
Hello,
you
Your
need
Honor,
to take the
the defendant
steps.
still hasn't even applied at this
Gabrielle.
point. So,
Gabby?
so again, it's gonna
Gabe?
be, that needs to be done by the next court date, not just
Gabe?
applied,
Goodness.
not a phone call beforehand.
All right, if you want diversion, get that application in
Interesting.
today, Mr. Kimether.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you don't.
By
have
the way,
money,
one thing
then
I've
just
learned, if they
know
offer you
about it.
diversion,
They should
take
give
it.
you a plan to
Otherwise,
get that- Or you can get that
Sometimes you
done, but
can't
I'm
get
not gonna give you
diversion.
another continuance.
Okay.
Get
thank
that
you.
done. That's an important privilege.
Can Logan come back?
Keep your record clean. All right, nothing further. You may go, sir.
Pleasant, thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You're
Two
welcome. You
bones.
too. Gabriel Ritter. Is it Gabriel?
Is it Gabriel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, it is.
And
Oh, okay.
We'll be on the record now in 2022 TR 3339, State of Kansas versus Gabriel Kingston Ritter, County Attorney Darren DeVinci for the state, defendant in person and pro se.
Gabby?
You know, there's actually two cases.
Is it two or is it the
Okay.
same person under two different names?
It's two separate cases.
Okay.
On through a name change.
Name
Okay,
change.
you're also known as Kirsty Marie Ritter in 2022 TR 1728. So we're here on both of those.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
Send
Okay,
Kurt
you're the
to
same
prison
person
and
under
leave
two different
Gabrielle out.
names.
Oh, Gabriel, excuse me.
All right. So it looks like it's the first appearance on the case under Gabriel Kingston Ritter. You said you are going through a name change, or have you gone through a legal name change?
just a name
I've
change,
the
Your Honor.
legal name change was done August 10th of this year.
Okay.
What did Christy do, you think?
All right, that's your first appearance. So we're gonna take up the 22 TR 3339. In that case, you're charged driving while your license was canceled, suspended, or revoked. That's a class B non-person misdemeanor, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Count 2, registration unclassified misdemeanor, $2,500 fine, possible sentence 30 days to 6 months. Count 3, no proof of liability insurance, B non-person misdemeanor, up to 6 months in county jail, fine of $300 to
Jeez.
$1,000.
My
Were
God.
you here
break
when
the
I went
law
over
here.
all the general rights with the individual, sir?
Imagine
Yes,
if you had
ma'am.
an unlicensed
Okay.
dog in this county.
And are you going to be talking to an attorney about these
Are you going
charges?
to Christy about her charges or?
No, ma'am. I do have registration now.
Okay, so if you're not going to have an attorney, what are you going to do? Represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand, you can
sounds like
hire
a
an
lot of
attorney, and if you
time.
can't afford one, you can apply and I can appoint.
Yeah, you
Yes,
might
ma'am.
want to get an
But you
attorney.
wish to waive
This is
that at
back.
this time?
And
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
not.
And you're
Yeah,
waiving
he's
it
he
knowingly
switched from
and
the computer to
voluntarily?
that now.
Yes, ma'am.
I will so find and have the
Very
record
broad
reflect.
shoulders.
How do you wish to proceed on these three
It's all
charges?
man, baby.
I'm guilty.
Ooh, he's guilty.
Okay, those can have significant impact on your record. Are you sure you don't want to talk to an attorney before you proceed?
I mean, is there a way I can do diversion?
Kristen
Eh,
might be.
Well,
God,
Mr.
Roger Harley, I can ask
Devaney,
her.
he's got two cases. Is diversion an option?
Well, they were, there's already been mention of potentially proof of registration that's been cured.
Yes.
My recommendation would be to the defendant that, because these cases were looked at individually.
Right.
So individually that you applied for diversion, don't really know what the status is right now, but if we can look at both cases together, look at the registrations being submitted, I believe that the defendant may be able to apply for diversion.
No, but I know
My
Emporia,
recommendation
Virginia
to
used
the
to
defendant would be
stop
to
there all
at
the
least keep
time.
that
at,
out and let's get
Ooh,
a
we didn't. We slowed
determination
down as
before
much
there's
as
any
we
plea of
could and
guilty.
crept through
Okay,
there.
I'll set this over to March
That's the
22nd.
biggest
for
speed
both
trap in all of
cases at
Virginia.
9
Emporia's bad. You
a.m.
got to watch Emporia. But there is a great
And that includes
truck stop
22
there
TR
that I used to love to stop at.
1728.
My
That's the no registration and the 22 TR 3339. But I would suggest.
so I'm not talking all over Gabriella here. My wife's sister, my sister-in-law, was pulled over in Emporia, Virginia, along with 6 other cars, I believe, all at once. He pulled
Oh my
everyone,
God.
a pack of people speeding all at once. And until he talked to each person, he handcuffed them to the guardrail until it was each of their turns to talk to him and issue tickets. So if you're ever in Emporia, ever, in Emporia, Virginia. Please, for God's sakes, do yourself a favor. Never, ever speed.
And also
Yes,
stop by Sadler.
that you not do any
Oh, yeah.
more driving
But,
until
you know,
this
he's
is
an
all
old NASCAR
resolved and your
driver and-
license is reinstated.
They have good hot dogs.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further.
They'll leave the
we-
light
Your
on
Honor,
for you.
I believe the defendant also has to be booked. and
Okay.
the Recommendation would be in each case that it be $500 OR in both cases as the defendant appears here today.
Okay. All right, Sallyport 2, both cases, and just handle them both on the names. One is Gabriel Kingston Ritter, one is Kirsty Marie Ritter.
Always ready.
Do you have the case numbers for them, officer?
I have the 33391. Now, I don't have the other.
Okay, the other one is 22 TR 1728, and that's under KIRSTIE Marie Ritter. And the charge in that
Here it is.
one count of no registration from a date of July 11, 2022.
1 year in jail.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hobbling.
So, Mr. Kingston, if you will go into the breakout room with the deputy, he'll help you get squared away on that. And then please go directly to Kim Cool. She's probably going to take a lunch break, but get with her and try to get these both taken care of, please.
You do
Will do.
not,
Maybe that you won't have to see
do
me
not
again,
speed
but
through
if
there.
you and Kim Cool don't get this worked out, you have to be back here March
Karen, I'll
22nd
thank
at
you.
9 for both cases.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, appreciate it. Okay, we will now be.
That's interesting. We saw some
on the
two
record,
people
Michaela Ausler.
seen for that by that one person. So that was pretty different.
Okay, first.
Yeah,
of all, I
that's
gotta
true. We've
figure out
never
if
seen
we'll
one
do
person
my
under two names be,
helpers here.
you're right. Yeah.
Have we heard
Great.
anything from Dawn?
I'm pretty sure under two different sexes as
No.
well.
I really can't wait to get to
Well,
Julie and
Missy,
see
I
if her
kept you all through the lunch hour yesterday.
microphone
I
is
don't wanna
working
do
as
it
good as
again
her
today.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
camera.
No, it's not.
Julie looks like she's been frying chicken with the camera very close by earlier.
T-Live kept you far too
Greasy.
many lunch hours too. How are
But
you?
then is that
doing?
other one that you know they warn you
I
when you
can
come
work
into
through
the
lunch.
state. I mean, even you can't even have
Okay.
like back
Are
in
you
the day
sure
with the
about that?
radar
I mean, I don't wanna
detectors. You
put you on
know,
the spot here.
they're big on the
Well,
radar
that's
detectors
fine.
and flying
Well, Mr.
airplanes
Benny,
and
he's
helicopters
stuck
above
with me, but
95 also
officers,
for
how about
radar.
you?
Mm-hmm.
We need to, with us, we need to keep going because after lunch, we're got first appearances and you're going to lose us then.
You got to keep going.
Well, I think it took me at least an hour just to do 2 hearings this morning, so that didn't help. All right, well, thank you all, and we'll try to figure out the future at a future date. So, Michaela Ausler will take you up.
Kaylin, a camper.
Hello.
She got green hair though by the at
We
the
are on the
ends.
record in 2022 TR 3035. State
I will
of
be
Kansas
RB.
versus
Go ahead.
Michaela Gwen Ausler with Darren Devaney County Attorney for the state, and Ms. Ausler appearing in person and pro se. You're here on count 1,
Matt?
speeding 58 and a 45. That is a traffic infraction with no jail
Ooh,
time,
13 over.
but a scheduled fine of $63.
Your Honor, that's that was in a school zone, so it'll be doubled.
So it'll be double, that's times 2 in
Oh,
a school zone.
shame.
And then not carrying your license as required.
Logan's weird.
That's an unclassified, Mr. Devaney? She just didn't have it on her, that's a
I
144.
do have proof of my.
Well, hold on, that's a 144 charge, 81-1, or 244.
8244, and it's unclassified.
They
Your Honor.
take it very their
All right,
traffic court
so
very
you're
seriously
looking,
here.
Ms. Ausler, at a fine of 63 times 2, which is $126, and court costs of 108. And then in count 2, you didn't have your driver's license on you. That is a 30-day jail sentence possible and a $500 fine possible. Let's see.
Michaela
She
likes the
eligible
party.
for diversion with that being a school zone? And
Diversion is possible. I will say that if the defendant wants to plead guilty today to the speeding, then I'll dismiss the no DL in possession.
Okay, is that something you're interested in, Ms. Ausler? You'll
Possession.
Dismiss that DL.
Did I miss that part?
And you'd plead guilty to the school zone for a total of 234.
I was hoping to possibly get a diversion on that, or like get it as a non-moving violation.
I don't think it's gonna
I don't
happen.
know how that works.
Well, I
But
think he said you could apply for diversion. It'll be a little more expensive. You'll have a diversion fee, but if you want to look into that and he wants to let you, I will set this over.
yes, I would definitely be interested in that.
Okay,
I
Mr.
know.
DeVinny, are you all right with that?
Yep, that's great.
All right, we'll set this.
And I do. Oh, sorry. I do have.
Show that to
proof
Kim
that I have-
Cool. Show that to Kim Cool. March 22nd at 9 a.m. I'm sorry to appear short. I'm just trying to make up for all that time. I
Brill
lost
cream, a little
this morning
dab will
first
do ya.
hour. So March 22nd at 9 a.m., Miss Ausler, you will need to be back here if you're not diverted. And it looks like you're going to have to talk to the guys in the Sally Port about pictures and prints, and we'll set your bond at
I don't believe that she needs to be booked. It's an unclassified misdemeanor and a.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Mr. DeVinny. Okay, so just contact Kim Cool today. Get that started today. Don't put it off. She's probably at lunch from 12 to 1.
Okay.
But the
Thank you.
burden's on you to do this. If you want this, you have to work for it. Okay. And it's not hard work. It's just do it. All right. If there's nothing further.
Mary,
Ms.
I will tell
Bowsley,
Creed you
may
said
go.
hello
Thank you.
when he
You're welcome.
returns.
I'm looking for people with first and last names. Cordell Nordquist.
Cordell. How about let's go to Julie? She's been here forever.
Finding that name, Cordell Nordquist.
That's her name.
Here, there you are. Cordell Nordquist, where are you?
I'm right here, Black Hoodie.
Okay. If you want to be next, Shane, I need a last name on you, and I need you to mute until it's your turn.
Shane doing some construction.
2022 TR 256.
What?
Shane, you're gonna have to mute.
I can't hear you, Judge. It's very loud here.
2022 TR 2566. Cordell Douglas Nordquist, in person and pro se, and Darren DeVinny for the state. Mr. Nordquist, you were here October 19th, pled not guilty, wanted to apply for diversion. Have you applied?
No, I didn't. I called at least twice, left messages, no call back. So I figured I would just pay the ticket.
Yeah, diversion's like traffic school.
Well,
is
Kim
my
Poole is
understanding.
not one to not return.
You complete it
phone
and then
calls. I
you
know
don't
she
get
stays
points. You don't
swamped,
get
but she's pretty
here
diligent
it's
about
called
those
prayer
kind
for
of
judgment,
things.
which is kind of
If
the
you
same
guys,
thing, kind of.
would allow me, I would be.
But it's
up-
kind of the same.
I would like to try again and try more diligently than just 2 calls and 2 messages. If not, I'm happy to pay the ticket today.
2 calls and 2 messages. She did leave you. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Shin. Mr. DeVinny, do you want to give him one more shot at this?
Come on, let's
All
go,
right, continue to
Vinny.
March 22nd, 9 a.m. You better get that diversion taken care of so I don't see you again.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna call Kim Cool right
You
after
got
I
a
get off
number?
this.
Did you just say if you
Yes.
have to?
Oh.
No, right after I get off of this.
Okay, and she'll
If
be
I
gone to
have
lunch,
to.
so she's not gonna probably be there. You
Hi,
might
Mary.
want- Well, even if you don't
There,
wanna.
see,
it
Mary
might
said
be
hello,
better-
Creed.
I
You
heard.
can leave a message, but you call her again.
I texted him that you said hello.
Your Honor, can I
Nope.
visit her in person?
Diversion, I'm guessing, is
If
a
she has
program,
time.
no? Like some
Yeah, it's
classes
gotta
and
be.
stuff?
It's like, you know, you get that
She's
one
probably gonna
prayer
try
for
to catch
judgment
up
type
on
deal
lunch.
where, all right, this is your one chance. Don't
All
mess
right,
up again.
March 22nd, 9 a.m. You may go, Mr. Nordquist, with the order that if you're gonna do diversion, you get a hold of her ASAP, and don't just get a hold of her, get your paperwork in.
Thank you, Your Honor.
My God, Creed, this
You're
case
welcome.
next to me. I mean, I'm watching some of this
Shane
case that it's just still
Mellinger?
going. Witness
So,
after
if you
witness
wanna
now,
unmute
like it's a
now,
murder
we're on the
case.
record.
So real
I
quick,
had
we
to
want to
have
tell
you
you, we
muted
will
'cause
have
you
the
weren't
entire
doing it
thing
yourself and
from
you're making
front to
Absolutely.
back.
We're now
Uh,
on the record in
Also, I wanted to
2022
mention too,
TR 3282,
which this
State of
we
Kansas
might have to
versus-
move things around, but our final voyeur voyage will happen sometime between now and tomorrow evening.
Yeah, I think the stream will be cut off at midnight, but it's midnight Italian time. So
Right.
I'm not exactly sure. That's like 5 or 6 o'clock, I think, here, maybe. I don't know. But we will
we're
have
gonna-
a final voyeur voyage before
Yeah,
they kill
we'll
it.
figure out scheduling wise. We got to figure out like how long this court case that's been going on with Judge Manning is going to be overall.
Yeah,
And we will fit it in.
I've
and
got to
figure
cut
it
it down, get it together. and then we're going to present it in one huge piece, like instead of two parts like we did with the YouTuber case. It'll be one massive block with Mr. Pike and I can't remember the lady's name, but two great people that met each other in AA, and it turned into an entire stalking nightmare that now they brought in friends over here, Creed, that are coming in and bringing all this video evidence, all these text messages.
They got receipts.
104 pages worth of stuff. So it's going to be a massive case to take in. Manning has basically thrown everyone else out and said, look, you're not going to get seen today because of these a-holes.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Manning took lunch and didn't tell anybody she was taking lunch. She comes back chewing food. So it's going to be an amazing case, a real home run. And we're going to break it down and watch it. And it's going to be a blast. And look at the vampire thing right there. That right there, that is class. That's class, Creed.
Shane,
Yeah, that'd be good.
Michael Mellinger, the state appears by and through County Attorney Darren Deviney. Sir, am I pronouncing it right? Is it Mellinger?
Mullinger, yes.
Mullinger.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to
one
let it
count of
malinger?
operating a vehicle without registration or
Do that
expired
math,
tag.
Mike.
Have you heard
So
everything?
6
keep
o'clock
going over
tomorrow,
and
they'll
over
be
here?
killing it.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No, Friday.
Do you want
To be honest, I'm not sure what the benefit of the diversion is. It just expunges it from your record.
It just keeps it from being a conviction on your record, a class.
There
C
you go.
misdemeanor.
Okay. Okay.
And sometimes Mr. Deviney doesn't make you jump through quite as many hoops on that charge, it looks like. So
Do you have registration on the vehicle now?
Oh, Walter.
I do. Yeah, I fixed it within 2 days of receiving the ticket.
Okay, submit that to my office,
Somebody
and
else
that probably will resolve the
find
case.
love at
Oh, perfect.
I
Okay.
recommend
Where's
that
Knox?
we
He
get
can
a
tell
due
us all
court
about
date.
that.
You submit that to the office, and potentially if the case is dismissed by that point, you don't even have to appear again.
Okay, and how do I contact your office?
It's Kim Cool, 316-321-6999.
Okay, very good.
all right, March 22nd, 9 a.m. You must be back here with me. If you do not do that,
Yes, ma'am.
you don't
Yeah,
want
do
to
it.
see
Do it. Don't
me,
forget today at 4:05,
this out
Creed.
with
Wild
County
Woman
Attorney before 9
Wednesday.
a.m.
Already.
Understood.
Call Kim today.
Brought to you by Kim Cool.
Calling until you
Where's
do.
the week gone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Logan's
Thank you,
back.
sir. I'm looking for people with names. I see a Donna. I see an iPhone. I see an iPhone. Julie
Julie.
Weeks. Let's take you
Julie.
Yeah,
out.
let's do Julie.
Yeah, we're doing Julie, y'all. Here we go.
We are on the record in 2022 TR 3546, State of Kansas versus Julie Ann Weeks. County Attorney Darren Deviney for the state. Julie
iPhone
Ann
hand.
Weeks appearing in person and pro se.
Right.
Miss Weeks, you're here on count 1, driving while suspended.
Oh,
You've probably heard me say, I don't know how many times this morning, that is a B non-person misdemeanor. Can you hear me now? I need you to unmute.
can we see you? Can you turn on a light?
Oh, I
Julie
figured it'd be
Weeks, if
this
you can
good.
hear me, give me your thumbs up.
In the dark?
Okay, can you find a little red microphone with a line through it that you can click on?
Just click it. Tell us
Or
something.
tick it.
Can you hear me?
I can't. Yes, can you hear me?
Just barely.
No,
Really?
I told you, what did I
So
say?
you're
I said,
charged
I
with
can't wait
driving
to
while
see how this
suspended, a class
works
B
out with the
non-person
camera that bad.
misdemeanor, a fine
Damn
up
it,
to
Julie.
$1,000, a possible sentence 5 days to 6 months. And in count 2, operating a motor vehicle without being able to provide proof of insurance. These charges
Bonjour, mon ami.
incurred 9/4 of 2022. And this insurance is a B non-person misdemeanor with a fine of $300 to $1,000 and 6 months in county jail.
God, can we
did you
give
hear
Julie
all the
6
rights
months,
that I went over
please?
with everyone at the beginning of the docket and several times throughout?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I license.
Hello, how are you
Um,
today?
An attorney or a diversion?
Oh, wrong
both.
one. Damn it. There
Creed,
it is.
sorry, Your
are
Honor.
you playing
Comment
something?
vas-tu aujourd'hui?
No, here we go. Ready?
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Bonjour, comment vas-tu aujourd'hui?
I won't be able to respond, but
Yes, and enjoy a flaky croissant for me.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Okay.
I bet to get you.
I didn't know that was.
Okay. Well, let's look at your.
I had to get my license that renewed.
All right. Do you
From
have- did you have
beyond the
insurance at
grave.
time?
And Judge Webster's pretending she hears all of it. Just move it
I
on.
had my own insurance.
I feel like we'd have better luck talking to her with a Ouija board than we do over this phone.
This is a kind of a funny one. I've been watching so much Kit Bogo. I've been catching up on stuff, and he had one where he's sitting in a kitchen surrounded by microwaves, where he's popping popcorn for the school so that he can fill up the entire swimming pool with it. But it was great. Every time he'd walk into the kitchen, it would sound like Julie, exactly like Julie, and that's what's making me laugh.
I feel like Sally Port right now when I hear Julie's phone.
And look at her camera.
Damn it, Julie. Get it together, Julie.
Insurance, my own proof of insurance. I wasn't even sure what I was pulled over for. They didn't tell me.
Okay, well, Ms. Weeks, I'm going to ask you again, what do you want to do on the issue of an attorney? Do you want to apply for court appointed? Do you want to hire an attorney? Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to look into diversion?
Yeah, because no,
I'll look into diversion. I just have a question as assistant.
Okay, I'm going to set your case over.
And
remix.
The case will be heard March 22nd at 9 a.m. Call the diversion coordinator, Kim Cool, today and get that started. Do you have her number?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you get her.
Yes, Your Honor, I have it right
here. And complete it. I don't want to hear.
I need to let you know of one more thing. I just want to let you know my name has changed as well.
If you sprinkle when you tinkle, please be neat and wipe the seat. Your name is on the docket, but I can make a note.
I just want to make sure that my driver's license isn't gonna. I mean, it's my name. And
Yes, correct.
I just want to make sure that.
All right. Well, you make sure your license is changed. Your name is changed on your license. And call Miss Cool and talk to her and let her know what your new name is. But I will still most likely continue to call you Weeks since that's what the ticket was issued under.
Well, let's not get crazy,
want
Judge.
that
You
noted
just
in the case,
you
Your
just
Honor?
called Gabriel by
You want the
a new
change
name
in the case?
and a
I
new
don't want
sex
the
5
name
minutes
changed
ago.
in the case, but you can make it the notes. What's your new name, Miss Weeks?
It's Jules, Jewels.
From
and
FROM Savannah,
Savannah. Simmons, Simmons.
Okay, so you changed your first and your last name. All right.
Just like Gabriel a while ago. Judge.
Jules and
I got married.
And he likes to call me
All right,
Jules.
we've got it. Thank you. Call Kim Cool. And
Your
you can go.
Your
Oh,
Honor.
wait,
Your
wait,
Honor, Your
wait.
Honor.
You need to also go to the Sally Port. Talk to the officers at the Sally Port. Your bond is 1,000 OR, and you need to set up a time with this officer to get your picture.
$1,000
and
hairs?
taken.
$1,000 hairs.
So accept the invitation when you see it on your screen by clicking on it. And then when you're through with the officer, contact Kim Cool or leave a message or whatever you need to do to make sure you get
just
this
real quick, I
finished.
want to show you Collins and how they have everything blacked out over there. It's an interesting way to do things.
The jury over there, yeah.
I've never seen them just like
Well,
black
you
it
need
out
to
like
show
that, not
Kim
cut it
Cool
off,
because
you know?
My God. I mean, I hate to mute her, but my dog is barking from the other room because it's just hurting his ears so badly. I mean, I hate to do that to her, but damn.
Clerk confirm it, but in this case, let's have Miss Cool confirm it. So take it to her and she will deal with that.
Could her new husband get her a new phone?
Okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. That was a good question. So we'll be in recess, but you are going to stick around and click on Sally
Yeah,
Port
Jim?
2 invitation to breakout room.
How was your extended stay
All right, thank you,
vacation?
Miss Weeks.
That's a state
You're
you really
welcome.
don't want to go to prison in either. It's not
Okay,
the
I have
nicest.
two Logans on here. One is Logan with the dark screen and one is
And
Logan
Logan
with a
Paul.
white t-shirt. Let's start with the white t-shirt. What's your name?
Logan Ray Prothro.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you need to shut off your
the one you're
phone on your
recording
computer
with,
and your
Logan.
telephone.
Shut up the one
I
you're
had
recording.
to in order to show my video because there's something wrong with my computer.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's see what happens next, because at the moment. I
He
can
said he
hear you.
got it at
So what's your last
the
name?
Salvation Army, and they said it had
Prothero.
been cleared out, tons of stuff updated on it. And at one point, 10 years ago, it was worth $15,000.
We are on
I don't know why
record
it's not
in
working, Logan.
I heard he got
2022
it at a Black
TR
Friday sale this year from
3146,
Circuit City.
State of Kansas versus Logan Ray Prothro.
Oh, Circuit City.
And Mr. Davini appears in person and.
By the way, my
pro se.
town has a
Mr.
Circuit
Prothro
City
appears in person.
Avenue because it used to be a
Mr.
Circuit
Davini
City
appears for
there.
the state.
Now
It
we're
still
stuck with
is.
Circuit
Mr.
City
Prothro
Avenue.
appears in
Yes.
person and
That's
pro
kinda funny.
se. Mr. Prothro, you are here for first appearance. And your first charge is operating a motor vehicle without registration or expired tag.
You son of a
A Class
bitch.
C misdemeanor, fines up to $2,500, sentence of 30 days to 6 months. In count 2, operating a motor vehicle without proof of liability insurance, a Class B non-person misdemeanor, sentence anywhere up to 6 months and fines $300 to $1,000. Sir, were you here when I went over everyone's rights at the top of the docket or at the beginning of the morning?
Yes, I was.
Do you have any questions about anything at all so far?
Wondering if I apply for diversion
Good call.
under these counts.
Mr.
I
Vinnie,
hear
any
it
reason
runs
why
good
he
around
wouldn't
here.
be automatically ineligible?
No, Your Honor, he could apply.
Okay, you probably have this memorized by now, having heard it so many times. Your case will be set over to March 22nd at 9 a.m. If you and Miss Cool get that diversion worked out, you don't have to be back. Call her, and don't just apply, but actually complete the
Harass her
process.
as much as humanly possible.
And let's see, you're here on summons, so you need to go to the breakout room, and your bond is 1,000 OR, and they'll set up a time for you to do your pictures and prints. Any questions, Mr.
Mike, if you don't
Prothro?
mind,
please.
I do not believe so.
jump over here
Okay.
and see what's going
See
on.
you back for sentencing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rasby
Thank you.
and Mr. Chamberlain.
You have your
She looks sad.
do you have your Kleenex ready?
No, but I do have my roll of toilet paper just like she does.
Perfect. So remember, today is the day of Kim Cool. Live from the Kim Cool studio.
Anything about our landlord-tenant matter?
She
because
gets
I don't
tons of
see
shout
anything on
outs.
It's not until 2:30.
that. Oh, 2:30.
just-
Okay.
Oh.
So ma'am, in the jail, what is your name?
Dakota Mechanic.
Dakota.
What a great
All
porn
right,
star
good
name.
Mechanic?
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Dakota Mechanic.
I mean,
It's
she
my
does
understanding
look
you're
like a
here on
crier.
a bond violation from the magistrate and that you would, are you here on this case?
I brought you the
Jacobs?
summary.
Okay, bring it up here. This is Ms. Jacobs from our Community Corrections Office. And she's
This Judge
handing
ours
you
reminds me of a
the
gentle talking
report.
father. Now,
Ms. Jacobs, perhaps you could give me a thumbnail summary of what you just handed me.
Oh, a thumbnail summary. Here you go.
Essentially, she is barely tested since she's
Got
been
it.
released from jail on the 2nd, or well, she was released the 1st. She did come in on the 2nd.
mhm.
She continues to miss. There's a positive
Get
test
back
on there. She is not charging for GPS as instructed.
Mhm.
She knew she had a warrant. I told her on the 13th, and I had to ask Legal County to go get her. So she just will not comply.
All right, so that's a description of the bond violation, Ms. Mechanic. Do you agree you've been missing a lot of your testing?
Yeah. I am.
Okay.
Only when I'm
Yeah,
high,
What's
Your
the
Honor.
issue?
Yeah, basically, if I were to get out, I would go straight to Lindsay and get a PBT machine. And I don't care if I'd have to blow twice a day, like that, because I live up in Northport right now.
Wish my wife felt that way.
So it's difficult if you have, especially if you have car problems or anything.
All right, what do you think about that,
I
Ms.
told her
Jacobs?
about that on December 2nd. I told her to let me know by December 5th if she needed one. She never told me. She didn't ask me until December 8th. I offered to get her an appointment on December 9th,
and she never set one up and has not contacted me since.
Okay,
She's been offered that and hasn't chosen to use it.
Seems like they're saying
you.
she's had every opportunity to
Yeah.
throw the book at her.
Oh
Well, it
yeah,
sounds
exactly.
like Ms. Jacobs
Without
was
really
trying to
saying.
be helpful here, and you kind of, well, the result of you not taking advantage of that is you're sitting in jail. When did you get arrested?
Yesterday.
Okay.
She's gonna have a bunch of excuses. I don't even think she has a bunch of excuses.
No.
All right, well.
But
the
she's willing to blow
problem
twice a
here
day,
is
Creed.
You're charged with domestic violence second. It's a
Ooh.
1-year misdemeanor, and I'm assuming the bond condition was put in place.
Why would you
because
blow
either
for
have a prior
TV?
history of alcohol abuse, or
Oh, there
was
we go.
involved
She
in
was
the
old
current-
drunk beat.
Ah,
gotcha.
The idea is most people who would commit an assault when they're intoxicated probably wouldn't do so when they're not intoxicated, and therefore it's a
I
reasonable
go crazy.
condition. Do you think if I give you that opportunity to get out, you would get that device?
Oh, today, if I could.
You could do it tomorrow? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna let you out until tomorrow morning. And what time could you do it? In the morning?
Say 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, okay. So you're to come over to the district court when you get released. And you're to get in contact with Ms. Jacobs. And
Yes.
you're to get that set up. She's willing to do it tomorrow morning. And
Thank
if you
you.
have to wait a
God
little
bless you.
bit because they let you out early, you're just gonna have to sit there and wait for her, okay?
I've done it before.
Okay. All right. So that should make it a whole lot
Leather and lashes?
easier. But, you know, if you don't test or you test positive, I can tell you, you'll probably end up sitting the rest of your days
Oh, shit.
until
GNS
Yeah.
slot
until we're
machine there,
able to
D
get this
plus.
set for a trial. So let's not repeat this.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to go arrest you again like this,
Oh,
all
no,
right?
let's not do that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so that's it for, is there anything else, Ms. Jacobs? Yeah. Yeah, let's do twice daily. Oh, there are two cases?
Yes, I violated her law. The second case she got while she was on bond with the first DV case. That's why you.
It's another DV.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
All right,
I see a
yeah, in
trend.
both cases, you only have to test
Street
twice a
fighting
day.
woman, Credence.
That'll be sufficient for both cases, but it's required for both. All right, we're all set then. If you could let the jail staff know, we'll get a disposition over to
Let the jail staff know they got their hands full. She's gonna
Okay,
fight.
thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Jacobs. I'm gonna give you the report.
Who's
back.
that lady running through court?
I don't know. She's she was running up to there.
So I just wanted you to know.
She's running to fight the judge.
What do you think? Did you have something else? We done there? What?
Let's give it a second. I mean, I've got 2 cases out of Knox this morning.
Because I'm over there doing.
It's like 10 minutes.
So hopefully I'll be able but now I have to read the. I don't know, I got no GPS.
You want to jump to that?
Yeah, let's do
And
that.
you're, what are you
All right.
putting on?
Why not? Knox is always
Oh,
good. Something
it's
happened this morning. Let's do it.
Or
sorry.
we just jump back to yours either way.
No, sorry about that. That was me.
This guy looks innocent with a huge scab on top of his head. I think he's been in a fight.
Lovely.
Seems like a nice guy.
Holidays, good time for fighting.
Asking whether you agree with the charge, but you understand what you've been charged with.
Yes, sir.
You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about this charge, but if you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have a An attorney represents you if you cannot afford one. I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on your charge. Where the
Happy
judge listens to evidence
holidays.
and determine whether there is probable cause for the charge to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? And do you swear or affirm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Got really
You
small
put your hand
fingers.
down.
He's tiny. He's SMO.
Now, do it.
Oh, prison riot.
Hold up. I know that you think I crack my fucking back.
How long have you lived in Knoxville?
Where's my back?
How long have you lived in Knoxville?
Oh, he's wilding out.
I don't. I live in Roane County.
Oh, how long have you lived in Roane County?
My whole life.
I'm alive.
Okay.
I'm alive.
How long is that? As Wilford Brimley would say when people say that. How long is that? I'm not a very good judge of ages. Things are getting wild over there.
I think he just took his bag of luggage out of there too.
Not right now, man. That's probably in your gut.
Man, my art skills are off from taking time off. I need to really train.
Very quick, I just wanted to show you this really nice ductwork and plastic hanging inside of Jishan's house.
I hope that's a landlord-tenant situation. Look how scared he looks. I mean, I don't feel like I captured it, his fear, but I felt like I captured his beautiful ears.
You got the ears right.
I think that's nailed.
That's a beautiful MFT. One of the last of the year.
Yeah. Getting fewer and fewer, Creed. He looks perplexed.
Yeah, like he doesn't understand why he's there.
Oh, he's doing a good job though, keeping his peripherals ready.
Remember, over on our Discord, all the way down to the bottom is the MFT ownership claim. All you got to just be the first one to. All you got to do is screenshot that and post it there, and you own it. It's all yours. Young Dave Tripp just walking by.
Mr. Stout, are you planning to hire an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's got money. I know, I'm slipping. I'm phoning it in, Look at the guy behind him, by the way.
Yeah,
Mr.
crazy
Stout, your
legs.
bail
Yeah,
is
someone
going to
says
be
I gotta pee real bad.
$1,500. Your release will be subject to the following conditions. You're not to drink alcohol or take or possess any drugs not lawfully prescribed to you.
Oh,
You're
not
only
we
to
do.
drive a vehicle if it has had an ignition interlock device installed. It's like having a breathalyzer installed on your starter.
Yes,
You're to have a
He
transfer
knows what it
monitoring
is. He's
device
had one
called
before.
a scram bracelet placed on you that monitors whether or not you have any alcohol to drink.
He's got to do the
You're
scram
going to be
too.
supervised by Knox County pretrial.
He drinks
for
a
that.
lot.
You're going to have a curfew between the hours of 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. And you're not to violate any local, state, or federal law. I'm going to indicate on the warrant that you're planning to hire an attorney. And we're going to set this initially.
Probably January, the very first day we're
for-
back in the new year.
The first available court date is next Wednesday in DUI court. That's January the 4th. But if you make bond, they'll give you a new court date that'll be out a few weeks.
Okay.
He's got to be
So
habitual.
why is it $1,500?
Because of your history.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You
Very
called it.
understandable.
Okay.
Just watch that guy behind him. He
Good
is.
luck to you, sir.
Yeah,
flinching.
That's yours.
a little fidgety,
You come up here.
a little
Nope.
itchy.
Hey, is he next?
Oh, good.
thank-
Yes, perfect.
He looks talkative.
Right in front of this computer screen here.
Oh boy.
What's your name, sir?
Chase McLean, sir.
Chase McLean, sir. Good day,
You have
sir.
2 charges: leaving the scene of an accident, an A misdemeanor, and public intoxication, a C misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with those charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with?
Do you understand?
Good. You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about your charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you.
Who
You
had
can
the best hair
appoint one,
today?
I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the
This
right
one
to
is
have a
pretty good.
preliminary hearing on your charges, where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear firm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
I do.
Did you see him sitting back there? I'd say so.
All my life.
Hey,
born
yeah,
and raised.
beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Try your door behind you. Just.
What? Did you
Your bail on the leaving the scene of an accident charge is going to be $250. On the public intoxication, $100. So your total bond is $350. Be 10% of that plus a bondsman's fee to bond
Somebody
out.
needs to give Carol a public intox ticket too. She keeps chatting in the wrong chat.
How much does it
Ah,
cost
she
the
chat
total
wherever she
350 you said?
Be 10% of that, so $35 plus the bondsman's fee, which is probably $20, something like that.
Yeah, I paid that now.
As soon as you're,
Can you
as soon
stand
as you
still?
can speak to a bondsman, yes.
Okay.
I'll let you out
Because I
on a PR
have the
bond
cash.
if you stand still for
I
2
had
minutes.
$50 in the car that I was supposed to get out. And I also have money on my Chime account and Cash App account.
Damn,
I'm
look
sure
at
they'll
you,
work
bro.
with you on that.
Chime
Okay.
and cash.
He got all them donos over the holiday. He's got cash amounts, son.
Hang on 1 second. Let me make sure you have an attorney and we'll set your court date.
Sure.
I was just pointing out that that has nothing to do with what we're watching, Carol.
Pop water? Gonna be a
You
minute.
know this is the Mikey show.
I gotta finish this first. I know, I
They
gotta.
call me
it
the
like
Rob
Mikey,
Van Dam
That
of this
cash
channel.
app and chime, whatever that is.
The whole effing show. Creed, I mean, he's really pretty. He's hard to capture.
I'm appointing the Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm waiving the administrative
Neck beard.
fee. And your cases will be set initially on next Wednesday, January the 4th in misdemeanor court. If you're able to bond out before then, though, they'll set the court date out a few weeks.
All right. So when's this? So I gotta call the bondsman and see when the soonest is I can get released, or how does that work? I'm sorry, I'm new.
I'm new at this. I'm sorry.
There are plenty of bondsmen out there, and I'm sure one will be glad to talk to you. They'll make arrangements and probably to help.
What about
I
all
would
of his
expect
money
that
and
they will make
Cash App and
arrangements to help you
Chime?
with
Can't
that.
we just use that instead?
And then if you're able to bond out, they'll, like I said, as they're processing you this afternoon, they'll give you a new court date.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, Clay, head back up to yourself for me. All right, of course, sir. I appreciate it. That's all I got.
All right, thanks.
That's all I got too, Creed. That's all I got.
All right. So again, just a couple of things, like I was gonna say, is we got to figure out when we're gonna do this. So keep an eye on Discord and keep the notifications on. Not sure because it's still going on, right? Still happening. Thanks to Carol for the updates. Yeah. So, anyways, but we're not 100% sure how that's going to work out. Also, we want to get in the last voyage that was supposed to be tomorrow at an earlier time. However, we'll figure it out. And
is there any way any other law tubers, which we are not, we're reaction commentary people. Any way any of these law tubers will cover this? This is already, it's over 3 hours.
The entire thing, no, absolutely.
Over 3 hours. And I want to do the entire thing. I mean, top to bottom, the entire case. And it's still going.
Well, I look forward to it. I'm just not sure how we're going to fit that in. It's travel day for me on Friday, and so
we'll have it one way
figure
or
it
the
out.
other. It might not be our usual way of doing things, but we'll have it up there one way or the other.
Yeah, either way. All right, guys, see you at 405 East for We Got a Chase. It'll be Wild Worman Wednesday. Looking forward to it.
It's just getting me excited just thinking about it, Creed.
Lisa, Snoopy, Carol, Amber, Flusha, Kiranoff, thank you to you guys keeping the lights on in this empty courtroom over here.
By the way, starting next year, the Monetary Monorail will be also carrying the beautiful verbiage of this show is brought to you by, and you guys will be brought to you by the sponsors of each show. So whoever donates that day, they will be sponsoring the show. Because that's how it works, Creed. I don't know if people understand, but that's how it works.
That's how it works.
If you haven't already liked this video, please do me and Creed a huge solid and fist bump it one time. Just once.
Just once.
If you do it twice, it takes it away and you've accomplished nothing.
Then you get a D+, negative. Okay.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow. Crazy schedule for the next 2 days. So just hold tight, see what's going on. Make sure you have all the notifications turned on, like Creed said, and hopefully we'll see you there. Creed, see you back at 4:05. Good day.
Yeah, T. That's a perfect idea. You're absolutely right. I like that. I like that idea.
So money talks and bullshit walks.
That's right.